Okay, I am beyond excited for today's episode. Why the hell is the music not on this screen? One second. What? A little clunky today. Go back from the gym. Okay. That would be it back. Okay. Much better. Alright. Alright. Devlog 2. I have a very specific plan I want to get into today. The first thing I'm going to do is just do a huge brainstorm. Then I've got 2 YouTube videos I really want to watch to get my head in the space of exactly the sort of game I want to create. I've also decided I think I want to go down the board game route. Now, this might sound a little bit weird at first, but I figured I've never designed a game before, and this is something I've always wanted to do, and maybe I do full time one day in the future. I don't know. But I figured the best way to learn the fundamentals of actual game design is going to be to create a board game and then adapt that to a video game if that makes sense, or make a whole new rule set, or make a bunch of new game modes. I don't know, but a board game is more up my alley. I can focus on the game design aspects of the game. The prototyping I'm good at. I can do all that. I know my way around CAD. I have access to printing, 3D printers, all the rest of it. I've got all of that under control. And so making a board game just makes so much sense. I would also be able to hopefully test it in something like the Board Game Maker thing. I don't know how to use that yet, but that might be a part of this learning journey. But really, that's what this is. This is a learning journey, and I feel like jumping way too far on the deep end is not going to benefit me or anyone else, and I'm going to get burnt out and get sick of this really, really fast. I'm going to be like, I'm not really learning anything. It's just way too hard to just do all these things at once. So I'm taking it one step at a time. And the first thing we need to do is a brainstorm. Now, I've been listening to a book. Let me just figure out what the book is called. Also, tell me if the music's too loud. It should be okay. Might turn down a little bit. I've been listening to this book. It's called... Think Like a Game Designer by Justin Gary. And he's been talking about a lot of really interesting stuff. One of the biggest ones is the emotional response from players. And so that means that I need to do a lot of testing with a lot of individuals, get that play testing feedback and things like that. And going down the board game and the physical product route is going to make that a lot easier for me in my current situation and really help me learn those fundamentals so I can take them forward with me. So I'm really looking forward to this, but the brainstorm is basically, I'm just going to write down as many ideas as come to mind. The videos I'm going to watch are going to help inform this, but I want to do the brainstorm first so that I've got like a really fresh mind. And I want to build all of this around the fundamental of dice. So let's jump straight into it. Okay. So I'm going to Google something quickly. Like, the whole point of these devlogs is that I'm putting pretty much the entire thing on as a record of everything I've done to build this game. So if I do, or hopefully I eventually finish this game, I can be like, look, it took me this many hours. I did this, this, and this. This is my learning process. It would be such a cool experience and something that I will always cherish with me. So I'm really looking forward to that too. But Fig Jam for brainstorming. I know Fig Jam quite half decently. But I like the idea of doing my research on stream as well. So that's a part of this.
Hey everyone, I'm Wayne. I'm one of the product marketers here at Figma. I'll be going over how you can use FigJam to brainstorm with your team.
Okay.
You can either start a brainstorm from scratch, or you can browse through the Figma community and use one of the templates published here.
I might use a template.
Like this one.
Okay.
We've actually filled out this template so you can see an in-progress brainstorm with a mix of new ideas on how to feature new plans and improve the checkout experience on the Twigma website.
What the hell's a Twigma?
You and your team can start jamming right away by grabbing a sticky note and jotting down your ideas. The way you add a sticky note in the file is by selecting it from the toolbar or typing S and clicking anywhere on the screen. Once it's added to the file, you can change the color. You can add text. I'll add my idea, plant of the week. And by default, sticky notes include the author so that you can easily follow up with folks about their ideas. Names can be hidden if preferred by using this authorship toggle. And let's say you're brainstorming and you're on a roll and you want to add a bunch of ideas. You can click these buttons, the plus button here, to add a new sticky note, or use the Command Enter shortcut to add a bunch of stickies really quickly. I'll be going over some of the cool tools at the bottom of the screen here. So the first step is the marker.
Okay, I don't need to go beyond that. That's all good. All right, so I've got a pretty good idea of how I can use it, but let's jump into FigJam. Hopefully this is not... I've got a few logins for FigJam now, so... Alright, brainstorm. Nope, that's not what I need. That's some sort of AI thing. How do I get to the templates? It set a timer? Oh, that's really cool, actually. Wait, where's the don't start from scratch thing? Oh, is this where the... There we go. Brainstorm. Templates. Brainstorm. Brainstorm Crazy Eights. I don't know what that means. Team brainstorming. Reverse brainstorming. There's a lot of brainstorming options here, guys. Brain writing. There we go. Random words. This is what I'm after. This is what I was looking for. Okay. Holy crap. Write down goals or issues your team must address. Generate random words. Create new ideas and possible solutions. Okay. Let's rename this to Project DICEY Brainstorm. Okay. I'm going to be quite quiet for this one, but you'll be able to see me like build out the screen. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll try and say the words out loud as I go through them. I don't know what that's going to look like exactly. Make that, oh no, make that the bigger size, and then I make the text larger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, okay. I actually love FigJam. I do not use it often enough. Alright. I don't want it to be in draft. Why is it draft? What? Alright, whatever. Okay. I also should set a timer, which will make it more interesting. I want to do this for like 30 minutes. No music. I've already got my own music happening. I might turn that up a little bit so I can hear it a bit better. I don't need to turn it up here. Just turn it up in my ears. All right. All right. Ooh, I'm excited for this. I haven't done a brainstorm in a very, very long time. Okay. So let me just find the hotkey. A sticky note. FigJam. Hotkey to place circle. I don't know. Could it be C? That's a comment. Could it be L? Nope. I think it's O. There we go. Okay, okay. If I type something, it'll make it bigger. But for some reason, it's going downward. Alright, I'm going to use Control-C and Control-V, I think. That's the circle I'm gonna... Oh, maybe change the color. Easier to look at. Yeah, yellow. Yeah, yellow's alright in the eyes. Oh, put a bit on this. Yeah, I really like that. Alright, blue it is. Okay. Let's do it. Dice is the first one. Okay. Dice random stats. Retrieve random dice. Dice dispenser, maybe? Deck building. Maybe dice deck building. Random board effects. Dice elements. I really like the idea of wisps. I've always loved the wisps from like the Night Elves and World of Warcraft and stuff. Water, fire, earth, nature, and air. I know they're the alluvial ones, but I still like the idea of having 5. Everything in balance. Fire for power. Yes. Characters can team up. Combo strategy. Control strategy. I forgot to start the timer. That's okay. I'll set it to like 28. Go. Alright. More than one way to win. I really like that idea. Win by diplomacy? The book said to just write down anything that comes to your head. I have no idea how that would factor in, but I've always thought the diplomacy wins were really dumb, and so it just kind of came into my head. I'm writing it down. Win by science. I've got Civ stuck in the brain now. Power up characters over time. Dungeon monsters. Play obstacles. Something that was on my mind on the car ride on the way home was like community chest from Monopoly. I think that sort of stuff I love, and it could be a really fun addition to the game. Whoops. Okay. One hit and you are dead. Trap cards. Spell cards. I think a big part of the game could be like resource management. I know I'm throwing out a lot of buzzwords, but this stuff is really important. Resource management, and then something like resource management. Earth are slow. Maybe everything moves at different speeds. I don't know. Resource limits. Forced speed in each turn. Shared deck between players. The best deck doesn't always win. Eight-sided die. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we are getting somewhere. All right. 20-sided die. Super God Power dice. Here we go. 3 God cards. I think there's some merit in that. You guys are like, this dude is crazy. He's weird. I don't know what the hell he's on about. 3 God cards. We've got type advantages. I might have already written this one. Board-wide effects. Every game, the board is different. Oops. Every game, your deck is different. Wow, I can't believe I was going to do this on paper. Alright. Alluvium theme. At least to start. I found purple. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna make this yellow. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to run out of ideas. Ooh. Roll 3 or 4 dice. Maybe only 2. Cards limit the amount of dice you can roll. Take an extra turn. Magnets. Dice pop open like a Bakugan. Each dice has a set net. Maybe? I have no idea. Inside the dice is a mystery. I don't know how that would work in gameplay, but there's so many things to test here. Alright. Pick up. Draw a card strategy. Catan has 3 strategies. I'm writing that down because Catan's one of my favorite games, and I think there's a lot you can implement there. Marvel Snap simultaneous turns. I don't think I'll use that in the end, but I like that idea. Steal dice from your opponent. That could be really interesting. 20 dice total in the game. Board landscape can be destroyed. Catch-up mechanics are needed. Blue shell from Mario Kart. I've always felt like that was one of the wackiest and best catch-up mechanics ever created. Alright. Okay. Beautiful dice. Stronger characters are harder to play. It's a given, but it just... anything that pops into my head, I'm just writing it down. Speed up the start of the game. Thinking back to Dungeon Dice Monsters, I just can't help but feel the start was kind of weirdly slow. And it sped up a little bit. Should there be a turn limit? Drawn cards a limited resource. Dice faces. Attack, defense, movement, spells? Make that one a little bit bigger. Starting to slow down here. board rotates mid-game. That would be so weird, but I would actually love it. Teleportation for characters. Character effects. Board pieces show stats intuitively. I've always loved the idea of like not needing separate character sheets. I think that would be really cool. Colored rings on the base of the piece. I think that would be a really interesting thing. Cards or counters? Could it be like poker chips? I like the idea of the counters being like poker chips. Where they kind of show your resources, but that probably has too many pieces and things like that, but it's still on my mind. Abacus. I'll show you why I said that later on. Magnetic board to open the game. Open and play in 5 minutes. Your main hero can retaliate. I think that's something the original game was really missing, and I only just thought about it just then. That's the whole point of this brainstorm. Very glad I'm doing that right now. I'm getting a lot, everything, out onto the page. It's kind of crazy. Draw lots of cards or draw lots of dice. Maximum of 5 dice in the hand. Rules are simple. How do you strategize building a deck? I don't know those answers yet, and that's one of the videos I want to watch today. Eluvi Dungeon Monsters. Make that one a purple one too. Giant lightning bolts. AoE destruction. Dice economy. Sell dice, get cards. Maybe there's a whole economy between cards and dice. I'll have to give that a lot more thought. They slot into each other. Highly legible for you to see how many. Kind of like they do at the casino. Spending them sends them back to the pool. I'm liking this poker chips idea more now, even though I still think reducing the amount of pieces is important. Should resources be cards? That's all good, Filippo. Have a good one, man. I don't know where my chat went. More characters isn't going to necessarily win. Combination of types is ideal. a single type grants synergy bonuses. Could be good as long as it's not too complex. Free fire grants +1 damage. Can you give your characters held items? It's probably getting too complex, but I definitely think there's a way to do it, as long as you build the pieces in the right way. Does he auto-kill opponents? Do you draw a card when attacked? Can opponents build next to your nexus? Can your main hero move? Can these rings be changed freely? Cards might add +1 attack or +1 defense. Okay, interesting. More magnets! Okay. More magnets is good. Still need some dice to win, probably. Card balance can easily get out of hand. Dice should be the main resource. Four of each type isn't enough. 6 of each type would be fine. Each character is highly unique. All the characters suit their types well. Health bars are confusing in board games. Maybe the dice return to your hand when destroyed. Would destroy their path too. That would be weird, but I kind of want to go down that path at some point. Our dice rolled onto the board. That'd be kind of crazy. Do players roll dice at the same time? Which player moves first? Expansions can add more dice and change the flow. I like that. How do you determine where obstacles go? My ideas are starting to get a lot more complex now. Can players trade dice? Steal cards or emblems from your opponent? Maybe that could be a big part of it. I need a drink of water, but let me finish the brainstorm first. Rules are simple. Pick up a dice, roll a dice, play a dice, move a dice. What is that? PRPM. Brum brum. That's a great acronym. I think we can work on that. Wait. Wait, it's not the time. It's not the time! Only one 8-sided die, maybe? It's like it's super powerful. It's like a god dice. Each die is visually distinct. Pull die out of a bag at random. Could you feel which die is which? They're all visually distinct. Wouldn't quite work for a board game. Would work fine for a digital game. Where is the piece placed on the board? How do you prevent board clutter? You do this at work. Two attack kills one defense. Defense emblems can boost the stat. Character passive abilities, maybe? Four-player game. Does this require more dice? What happens with 2 players remaining? 8-player game. Likely too chaotic. Team game. Would this take too long? Everyone plays at the same time, maybe? Swords of Revealing Light. Monster Reborn. Rebo. I don't know, I just feel like those 3 cards are so iconic. You don't have to hit the nostalgia, but thinking about how their effects work could really go into this game for sure. Where is the excitement in the game? Where is the big moment? Pulling a dice you need. Getting an emblem you need. Reaching your opponent, luckily. Dropping a huge spell card to help win the match. Legendary spells. They're rare, but if you get them, they can really swing the tide of the map. Coin flips with certain effects. Character omegas in the perfect position. I think that could be really cool. It's just like this element of every character is so unique. They have their own ability. If you can use that in the right way, you can win. Not only does it make you feel like a pro, but it's an interesting moment that your opponent has to watch out for, and it can really have a big impact on the game. I think that's a big thing there. That and things like spell cards, which weren't in the original Dungeon Dice Monsters, are going to really separate this from that game and make it something of its own. And getting those pieces right. I'm very, very excited right now. I'm very excited. This brainstorm went way better than I expected. Are you limited by the turn number? Is there a turn limit on the game? Probably not, but it's always worth exploring. Game takes 20 minutes or so. Can't hold more than more than 3 cards maybe. Really want to make them special. Strategy. Combo characters together. Strategy. Board and maximize spells. Strategy. Power up 1 creature. A lot. Strategy. Is there another strategy that could be in the game? Get lots. Dominate the space on the board. Strategy. A balance of everything, maybe. Strategy. Bleed out your opponent. Each strategy needs a silver bullet. Then green. How do you feel if you win? Can you win again? Can your opponent counter you this time? Alright. I am really, really thirsty. I'm gonna go get a drink and we're going to part 2 of the brainstorm. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to see if we can't organize these into strategy, into sections. So we've got the excitement and the big moments stuff. Then our section. Why don't you get auto lay it out? I feel like it's fine though. Fine, it's fine, it's fine. Game strategies. This is its own section where we've got things like the rings that you can attach to the pieces, whether that works. The pieces. This is an entire section. Called resources and components. Quite a big tree kind of happened there. Put that over here. This is making things really easy to brainstorm. Holy crap. Okay. That's components, and this is more resource management. This is resource management and rules. I'll go through all these very soon. That's a big part of the brainstorm right there. Bring you on. I haven't set this up on Restream, but you can come on in spirit and in voice. Let me just open Discord. Yeah, one sec. That goes in resources and components. Discord is updating. Just 1 sec, I gotta do this. More than one way to win. Win by diplomacy. That's a whole section. Win conditions. And catch up effects. Ah.
Yo, what's up?
I don't know how loud that is. Hold on.
I can't even see what you're doing unless you share it in here as well.
Suppose I could.
How's it going anyway?
Good, good. I just did a huge brainstorm, just trying to dump my brain on the page, essentially, because I've been reading this book by, I keep forgetting his name, by Justin Gary, called Think Like a Game Designer, and this was one of the things he suggested to do early on in the process and stuff like that.
Just throw shit out there?
Yeah, well, just do like a big brainstorm where you just pretty much write things, even silly things, down on paper and stuff like that, and just kind of start organizing it all. I've got a lot here. I've got a lot here now.
Yeah, crazy.
After I do this, I'm just organizing it all now, getting them all into sections and things like that. And after I do this, there's 2 videos I want to watch. Then after that, I'll start building out the rules. And then probably next episode will probably be mostly rules development. Unless it's not too late, then we'll do it today.
Oh, man. Yo, I am exhausted. I'm actually really looking forward to... I'll probably take a bit of an easy day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm keen for the Gauntlet Challenge, Master Challenge.
Ah, yeah. I probably won't be awake for that. What's the, how's your land going, by the way?
Okay, I don't play it as much as I should.
Do you have like 17 screens?
I suppose.
You should just leave it up on one. I don't even have that many screens, but I just leave it up on one. Which I actually don't even need to do anymore. It legit is a daily thing where I just press it one time.
Yeah, I should be playing twice a day, but I currently play once a day. I don't even touch my smaller plots. I'm just playing the tier 3 at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I want to maximize this tier 3 and then I'll move on to the next one. But the other one is not as efficient as this. But after today, so tomorrow morning, I'll have maximized all 6. It's 6, right? 2, 4. Yeah, all 6 fuel extractors to its max. And then what I'll do is I'll start going around and upgrading the fuel converters to the max. And then fuel production will be maximized. And at that point, I can start just optimizing shit.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I want to try and get 4 scanners out there, a couple of material labs to start researching stuff. Should be a good time.
there's so much that goes into game design. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, some of the stuff this guy was talking about in the book, I hadn't thought about, like, any of it.
Bro, have you, do you know who Masahiro Sakurai is?
No.
He's the guy who created Kirby, Smash Bros, and he's got a YouTube channel about game design.
Oh, yeah.
You should 100% Masahiro Sakurai.
Send it to me.
Yeah. The channel name is Masahiro Sakurai on creating games. Like, he is the guy who created Kirby and Smash Bros. Like, he is a legend. I'm surprised you haven't come across his name. I don't even care about game design, but yeah. And the fact that I know about it is kind of nuts. So yeah, he talks about, like, this is less about rules and stuff. Maybe it is. I've already watched a couple of his videos, but it's about, like, effects and creating moments and the user experience kind of things. Dude, how many videos does he have now? 250 videos? What the hell? Add depth through strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, man.
Okay, so I've got the heart. I've got resource management and rules on the top left. Win conditions, catch-up effects on the left. Inspiration close to the heart. How many players in the game? Kind of a bit of a side tangent there. Game excitement, which is a really important thing I hadn't really considered before, and a little bit less, not as fleshed out as it should be right now. Character pieces, which is quite interesting here as well. Resources and components and the game strategies. I'm going to start making things green if I think they are really good ideas. I think type advantages is core. I think that could be a really cool part of the game as long as it's not too complex. I think every game your deck is different could be a really great theme to go throughout it. It's one of my favorite things about Settlers of Catan is you always start off at a different spot, so your strategy has to adapt greatly. Draw a card strategy. This is kind of a part of the strategies thing, but I really like my entire path with the strategies. Like, the game strategies I'm thinking about right now are like combo characters together. So like an Atlas standing next to an Axon might be really powerful or whatever. I don't know exactly how it would look, but that would be one of the strategies. Horde strategies, like hoarding spells, maximizing spells, where you grab a lot of them. Powering up one creature a lot, it's a pretty cool strategy. Dominating the actual board space. If your opponent can't place any more dice, they kind of get fucked. A balance of everything could be a really interesting strategy, and bleed out your opponent, where you kind of stall out the match in some sort of way. And each strategy does need a silver bullet, as Justin Gowrie would say, so there's that as well. You always need dice to win. That's a really important thing. Maximum 5 dice in the hand. I don't think 5 is necessarily the answer, but I think a maximum and restrictions on the way you play is very important. I want to keep that as green as well. Catan has 3 strategies. I'm going to move that over to my inspiration section, because I think that is one of my favorite things about Catan. It's something I really want to focus on. So over with here, we've got Blue Shell from Mario Kart. I love the Blue Shell from Mario Kart, and I think I want to keep experimenting with that type of mechanic. 8-sided die. I definitely want to mix it up. It's something the original game never had. It could be a lot of fun. More than one way to win. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I would really love to explore that idea and see if I can include that in the game. Your main hero can retaliate. I think that's very important. It's something the initial game is greatly missing. Okay, like can you draw a card when attacked? I think that's actually a really fun mechanic that makes it's a really good catch-up mechanic. That's one thing that Dungeon Dice Monsters has none of. It doesn't have any sort of catching up mechanic. It's very snowbally, and I think if I can work around that, that could be really fun for the game. So there's that for sure. Sell dice, get cards. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but I like the idea of including an economy between dice cards or just dice and more dice. And that could be really cool. I would love to include a 20-sided die. Inside the game, I want to include magnets in some way. I don't know what that looks like yet. But like even like a magnetic board or dice pop open like a Bakugan is something that I really want to explore. Oh. 6 of each type would be fine. I better write in here like 30 dice. Each character is highly unique. I think maintaining the essence of each individual piece will be very, very important as I build out this stuff. So I really want to make sure that that's front of mind. Should resources be card? I don't think they should. Cards or counters. I'm going to highlight this one because this is going to become a big thing that I do as I'm testing. Steal dice from your opponent. I really like the idea of this being an effect of some kind. I want to include that in the game for sure. Shared deck between players. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I really like the idea of exploring that idea further. 3 god cards is something else. I don't know how that would work thematically, but I like the idea of like, in the pool, there's these 3 20-sided die, and like, it's high risk, high reward. They're very hard to play onto the board because they're a 20-sided die, but it would be really exciting and really fun if you could. So I think that could be a really cool idea to incorporate one way or another. And maybe you have some sort of spell that's like, you're allowed to re-roll your dice 3 times, and you combo them together or something. There's a lot of ideas there. Can't hold more than 3 cards. I think this sort of limitation on resources, like Justin Gary would say, is very important for any game. So I think that would be really cool. 4-player game, I think that's definitely going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to build it as a 2-player and then work in 4, or work as a 4 then backwards. I don't know yet. Coin flips with certain effects. No, I don't think that's necessarily going to work. Character Omegas in the perfect position would be a big point of excitement. Dropping a huge spell to help win the match, also a huge point of excitement. Legendary spells as well, similar to the 20-sided die idea. Maybe there's like one spell in the deck that's really, really good, and so trying to go for the spells is really powerful in that way. So these are all really cool ideas. I'm really happy I did that brainstorm. I've got a lot to think about. Let's put it that way.
But actually, it looks pretty sick, man.
I didn't know how many more extra ideas would come out, or at least come out on the page through all this, but I'm glad I did. So the next thing I do is try and export this as a PDF. And then I'll find my Notion. I'll add something in main design docs that says brainstorm. And I'll see if I can add my PDF to here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh wait, it is. Okay, can't add in a PDF. Let me export a PNG. Oh, my figure is just like all crashing. It's crazy. Really didn't like exporting that PNG, but we did get it. Oh, it's looking for a zip? Why would it be looking for a zip? Okay, I don't think this import button was to add an image. I've like never used Notion before.
You should just be able to drag it in, man. I'm proud of you, man. The fact that you're actually doing this shit.
It's fun. It's fun. I've always wanted to do it. I thought I might as well. I can drag in and
just Just drag it in. Just should back. And then you can resize it once it's pulled in.
Alright, the PDF's not
Bring in the
as an
PNG.
embed. File is over the 5 megabyte limit. That's right. Alright, wait, I can export it as a JPEG. It's going to take a while as well. Okay. The JPEG too big? Oh, the JPEG's way too big. JPEG's way bigger. What the hell? That's okay. The PDF's in there. That's what's most important. The PDF is the lossy one anyways.
Oh man, yo, super random.
Oh, you know
a
what?
little bit off topic.
Take a screenshot. Yeah, what's up?
Yo, have you seen the Quidditch Champion? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Quidditch Champions?
Yeah, I had a Quidditch game when I was a kid on the PS2.
Yeah, that's dude. I love that game, bro.
Oh, it's such a good game.
When's it coming out? No way! It's coming out September 4th.
You sound excited.
Dude, this was by far one of my favorite games as a kid. It's probably gonna be absolute trash, but no way.
I don't know if it's gonna hold up, but it looks way better than the one that we played on the PS2.
Yeah, I'm just so
Like it has
happy.
actual mechanics. The PS2 one was like mind-numbingly simple.
Yeah, for sure. I think like, yo, what the hell?
Okay, so there's two videos I want to watch. Firstly, my brother told me about a game called Slay the Spire. I've heard it's very popular. I've never played it before, but apparently it's the one that started defining the genre of pretty much deck building and things like that.
It's like a deck building roguelike, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, but I don't even know what that means.
So it's like a roguelike game where every time you play it refreshes, but it's like a deck building game. So you're essentially building a new deck every single time.
Yeah, see, I don't know what that means, so I'm going to watch a video and we're going to learn what that means.
Yeah, cool.
Because I think that could actually work really well with the game I'm trying to build, some sort of deck building element. It's quite popular, people enjoy it. And I think it could work pretty well with this because I want every game to feel unique and fresh. There's something about the original game that doesn't really hit that criteria. But let's watch this review. This is the most popular, if not the one that kicked off the entire deck building genre.
Slay the Spire is one of those games where I found myself sitting alone at my desk just giggling as I played. Not because it's exceptionally funny, though its well-written encounters can be that, but because some combo of cards that had chanced its way into my hand would just go off, and the result was an absolute thrill. I couldn't help but laugh because win or lose, that combo may never show up again. Boy, was it a blast in the moment. Here's a genre mix you probably haven't seen before. Slay the Spire is a deck-building roguelike dungeon crawler. Don't mistake it for a deck-building game like Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering. Instead, you pick one of 3 varied but equally exciting characters with unique card pools and start with a super basic deck. As you work your way up the spire, you'll fight increasingly difficult monsters to acquire new cards that slowly build your deck into something better.
Right.
Being a roguelike, making it all the way to the top only takes about an hour, giving Slay the Spire an addictive loop of picking cards, figuring out how good they are, dying frequently, and then taking that hard-earned knowledge with you to the next run. Apart from unlocking a few new cards and collectible relics as you play, you never actually get stronger from one run to another. You just get smarter and better at quickly deciding what will or won't be useful. Choosing when to play an attack card instead of a defense card is important, and my confidence actually grew with every failed run. Playing cards is also
Okay, so there's no point watching this if we're not going to write it down. Inside competitor analysis, we'll do something for Slay the Spire. Do you remember how to add headings? Oh, there it is. You can add headings in this one, no? Add headings here. I did. Okay, I used heading too. Okay. You don't get stronger from round to round. Hey, Hetsu, how's it going?
Yeah, I won't lie. I'm just watching the Quidditch videos right now.
Yeah, go for it.
This is crazy.
You don't get stronger from round to round. It's about learning what each card does and how to maximize them each time you play. Some side effects and boosts happen over time. I think there's a key element here.
Satisfyingly snappy and fast if you want, but Slay the
You
Spire
should do
doesn't rush you with a
some
timer.
research into what a roguelike is. If you like this, like just search this entire genre.
I do know
You'll
what
learn a lot.
I do know what a roguelike is. One of my favorite games is actually called Islanders, which looks like it plays very similar. I don't know if you've ever played Islanders before.
No idea.
It's like the most like relaxing game of all time. It will like put you like in a comatose state. It's insane. But basically,
It's like Stardew Valley.
no, nothing like that. But you get you get given an island, and then it gives you a bunch of cards, and you place them on the island, and you get all these adjacency bonuses and things like that, and then you get a new set of cards. And eventually, if you don't get enough points, you lose, and you've got to start over. But when you've filled up the island enough, you get to go to a new island, and they get progressively bigger and bigger. But they're all different with their terrain and stuff, and so you got to kind of work around that, because they might give you a card that's like a lumberjack, and it gets boosts from all the nearby trees, but it gets deboosts from all the other lumberjacks. Actually, a lot of the
that sounds awesome.
A lot of the adjacency bonuses are actually kind of like Alluvium Zero. It's quite funny because I went back and played it the other day. But yeah, the music is super nice. The graphics, it's like has this beautiful art style. It's one of my favorite games, but it looks well. Although you're not attacking monsters, the core gameplay loop looks surprisingly similar to Slay the Spire, from what I'm seeing.
For that note, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, it's really good. So I'm a little bit familiar with roguelikes. There's one other roguelike I played. Oh, Pokerogue. I used to play Pokerogue a bunch.
Yeah. Same kind
Or
of
if
shit.
you
Yeah.
prefer to take it slow.
Yeah.
Possibilities feel close to limitless because there's rarely a right choice when
Sometimes random events occur to help support a given playstyle.
making decisions, and each character has multiple playstyles you can try to build your deck around. The Silent is a roguish character who can be built to stack a poison effect on foes, or, alternatively, to buff a ton of cheap, weak attacks instead. It feels fantastic when you pick a route and find all the combo pieces you were hoping to. But the interesting and ever-changing challenge of Slay the Spire is how you adapt your strategy based on what is actually offered to you along the way. A perk of short runs means that if you don't find what you want, it's not too hard to brush off an unlucky loss and try again. Each of Slay the Spire's enemies has a variety of unique attacks and abilities, making them challenging puzzles to solve in their own right. Because you can almost always see what an enemy will do next, you'll have the opportunity to strategically time your moves to counter their plans. The enemies get harder and more varied as you get deeper in, and are randomly distributed along the simple but amusing dungeon map. It didn't take long before I started recognizing most of them, which does eventually start to make runs feel a bit too similar. But on the other hand, I liked being able to learn how to counter what I knew was coming, and the not to be underestimated challenge those enemies pose was enough to keep things feeling fresh for a long time. Thankfully, Slay the Spire also shakes things up with a daily climb mode with a leaderboard, adding wacky modifiers to a set run each day, as well as 20
Slay the Spire adds new modifiers each run. That could maybe be incorporated into the game. Like something you pull out of a hat at the very start of the game that impacts like all fire alluvials are weaker. No, that's too strong, but you get the idea. I think that's an interesting one.
Escalating Ascension difficulty levels. You can even make custom games with any number of those modifiers, and the Steam modding community on PC is thriving with custom characters, new enemies, and loads more. Slay the Spire takes some of the best parts of deck building games, roguelikes, and dungeon crawlers, and mixes them into a wholly new and extremely satisfying package. It encourages experimentation, gives you time to make mistakes.
Yeah, you can see that Pirate Nation took a ton of inspiration from this.
And will challenge you immensely as you navigate your way through floor after floor of entertaining puzzle-like
except for the deck
fights.
building part.
It's an idea so good that it's inspired a dozen games like it before it even left early access, but is executed so well that none of them even come close to matching it. For more card games and roguelikes, check out our reviews of Artifact or Hades respectively. And for everything else, keep it right here on IGN.
Okay, I've got the idea. Alright, there is one other video we have to watch.
Looks a bit different than a dueling arena.
Okay. So Slay the Spire adds new modifiers each run. What else about Slay the Spire do I need to write down? The deck building is visible over time. You can build really large decks. This is a big part of the progression system. That's going to be harder to implement, but I think that's relatively important. So keeping that in mind is important. Alright, we don't need to go too deep. Okay. So, the only other one we need to write down is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters. Right. Right. So what we're going to watch is something I did not know existed. And it was part of the reason that I got set on this path to do a board game instead of a video game. And that's because they actually did do a board game. I'm going to assume before the Game Boy game. Is they actually made a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters board game. Now, I'm considering actually finding and buying the board game myself so I can play it with people and then get a better understanding of it. But I figured the first thing we can do is watch someone else play the board game so I can get a good idea of the sorts of components they used, the way they structured the game, how it feels in board game form. But the most important part was Jas and Gary talked a lot about something I never really considered. And that was actually the emotions of the players. Okay? And what he means is quite simple. When you watch a player play a game and they do an action or something happens, do they look sad? Do they look frustrated? Do they look happy? You got to find those moments in the game and try and replicate them as much as you can. So as we go through this, I'm going to take a big bit of notice about the players, the things that confuse them, the things that they enjoy about the game, their favorite parts, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm very excited to see this. I actually have no idea how the board game works or how it's been constructed, so I'm excited for that too. Okay, I'm going to write down notes as we go, but here we go.
Arena, huh? Dungeon Dice Monsters is a whole new game with a whole new set of rules. And to keep up, you're gonna have to pay close attention.
Don't you worry, I'm a quick study.
Welcome back to Team APS, guys, and you can see from what's in my hand, we got our hands on Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Also, this video,
way back in 2000.
This video only came out 3 months ago, and it has 300,000
I remember
views.
this. Holy shit.
It has 300,000 views. I know this guy's a big channel, but like, people liked watching this video.
Dude, Dungeon Dice Monsters, there was such untapped potential, bro. Like, it's so, if you ask me honestly, whether I prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Dungeon Dice, I would say Dungeon Dice.
Oh, for sure.
I spend way more time playing Dungeon Dice, yeah.
But like, untapped potential is pretty much why I'm doing this. Or like, I've felt that for like 10 years now, at least. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, let's bring dice games back. We don't have any good dice games. They don't exist. All right, here we go.
2. This is a relic of Yu-Gi-Oh! History where we are going to use Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, but in a way you've never seen before. Well, I guess unless you watch the anime. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so here it is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters. I don't like the way they ran that together. It was actually a bit of a pain to read that. So there are 7 different figures and cards in this starter set because there are boosters for this. They're all long gone now. You can find them on eBay, I guess. So we have a list of the monsters in this set. We have Vorse Raider. That's him. Thunderball.
I'm gonna mute my background music because he's got a bunch of his own.
Knight of Twin Swords. Strike Ninja. Gearfried the Iron Knight. And the Buster Blader. So it looks like they want to have at least one iconic monster for Yugi and one for Kaiba, despite Kaiba never having played this before. I haven't seen that Mattel logo in years. Speaking of logos, look at that old Konami logo. That certainly dates this product.
What's up, Reem?
Yeah, unleash your monsters with the power of dungeon dice. Roll the dice to summon monsters and give them power. Build your dungeon path across the field. Defeat the enemy monster lord to win. Let's give this relic an open. It looks like it's been opened before. First up, we have our dungeon dice. Or was it dimension dice? I forget exactly what they called them. They have these different symbols, and I know you roll them to get combinations of symbols to add to like your pool or whatever. 8 dice.
There's only 8 dice.
Our monsters themselves.
Interesting.
Came right off the base. I hope they're supposed to do that.
You're not actually going to make a physical game, are you?
Looks like the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Make some sort of physical game, yeah.
Actually, like a little decent paint job on him. Gearfried the Iron Knight. I don't want to break them, but these are really inside the packaging. Okay, so Knight of Twin Swords, who is not an actual monster, like a card, but was in the Dungeon Dice Monsters arc. All right, here comes the Vorse.
Man, that's actually really good modeling, though.
Yeah, like the painting is nice.
Yeah.
And oh wait, there was more dice. I did not realize they had more dice. The Buster Blader. So these trays are actually how you keep up with the results on your dice. Every time you spin one of these symbols, you move one of the little markers over, and it's listed 1 through 10, so you can kind of have you can keep up with all your counters, all the abilities that you can use. So first up we have Monster Lord with a 3-dimensional render. The Monster Lord is you. I guess the Monster Lord is you. I'm not 100% sure what that means. He had 3 LP, 10 of that, and 0 defense. Okay.
That's probably attack.
Probably attack. All right, now we have Thunderball, level 3 Dark Monster. If you have 3 of these little electric things, Thunderball moves straight forward until it hits a monster or item and destroys it, so it's a bomb. Knight of Twin Swords has 2 different abilities. He's a level 2 warrior. Vorse Raider, a level 1 warrior. 3 and 0, I'm not 100% sure what those mean. Without spending an attack crest, this monster can attack. Strike Ninja is a level 3 warrior. That's progress. Strike Ninja can move 3 squares for each progress crest spent. The Buster Blader, level 3 warrior. This monster will not be affected by any attacks or effects produced by a monster from the Dragon Tribe. Well, I don't think there are any dragons in here, so just like Vorse Raider, that's just not a useful effect.
I guess it's for more when you expand your collection.
These things are so old.
Oh man, they're very brittle feeling.
But like they hold
yeah,
up.
they held up.
You can feel they're
brittle.
All right, we have Gearfried the Iron Knight, level 2 warrior. Whatever that means, times 3. This effect only works when your monster lord gets attacked. So I guess each player has a monster lord.
They only gave us
Look, the one thing that would stop me from actually making the physical game is if I take a little bit of time to learn that board game simulator thing. It'd be pretty cool.
One.
So we have a laminated game board. That's nice. Or it's kind of laminated. So this is what the board looks like. You and your opponent will sit on either side.
We're going to have to tape this down.
Yeah, you and your opponent are going to sit on either side of this. I think you start, like, this is where I guess you are at a point you're trying to protect. And this is where you start playing your monsters from, I guess. So in the anime, when they would like do the dice thing, the dice would just open up and like give you a path, and every die would open up in a different pattern, so you could build your paths. But here they just give us these path pieces. I guess they didn't want to bother with like folding dice.
Which kids would definitely just mess up.
We'd break them. That is fair. Yeah, you can see the star is where the die would like start from, and then it would unfold along a certain path. All right, now we have whatever these are. So we have Monster Lord tokens.
What the hell?
And whatever these circular, where these little red circles are.
Oh, they're damage counters.
I guess that's what this is for. And for once in my Yu-Gi-Oh life, I'm going to read. So on the bright side, a lot of this book is useless to us.
All right, just a bit of notes. Most of the symbols were intuitive. Things like attack and defense. Many of the rules are unsure. Most has been inferred from the anime. Advantage I do not have. Okay.
Because we don't have most of the card types. We only have monsters. We don't have any items, and so we're actually very limited in what we have to really worry about. With one starter set, you have everything you need to play Dungeon Dice Monsters, just like the characters on the Yu-Gi-Oh! TV show. Although you and another person can play a complete game with the monsters that come in this starter set, you may have more fun if you collect extra monsters in booster packs sold separately. Use dice to summon monsters, build a path to your opponent's monster lord, and attack. I
can't believe this shit didn't take off. So much better than the TCG. But it's just me.
First player to defeat the opposing
They
monster
said
lord
market it as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah.
reducing its life points to 0 wins the game.
The die is cast. The trap is set. And for 1 week only,
I'm after the total destruction of Yukimoto.
every roll counts.
Game on!
Go, dice roll! Don't miss a single day of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters. Next on Kids WB.
Go dice roll,
The
never gets
time
old.
has come.
Yeah, so we've got our board set up. We realized that we had to get
Y'all, this stuff old.
super glue to glue the models or the little kind of figures, but
This thing's been folded for so long, it does not lie flat.
But they
So the
do.
figures kept falling, and then they fall off their bases. It's a whole
yeah,
mess.
it's been a whole thing. But we've got it now. We're
And it
here.
still might be a mess, but we're gonna push through one way or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, this might look sort of flat on camera. It is
It's
not.
not.
We're gonna go and we'll try to sort of explain the rules
As we
go.
play, yeah.
So
All right, so make
So
sure you move your
first-
counter over.
yeah.
Think of the crest counter as kind of a bank. We're gonna store up these crests to let us make plays.
This is how it works. There are 6 types of crests on the surfaces of these dice. Summon, movement, magic, attack, defense, and trap crests.
I'll take the first move.
All right then.
Do I call you duelist or dicist?
Dice sounds weird.
Dicer?
Dice. Just say duelist. Yeah.
All right, duelist. I'll be taking the first move. So I pick a set of dice to roll. Different dice can summon different level monsters. So for instance, these level 2 dice would help me potentially be able to summon a level 2 monster.
But he has to roll at least 2 of that particular summoning crest.
Take a look. You get 3 dice per round. You roll all 3 at the same time, and then you get to make your move depending on what you roll. Different crests do different things. Take that green die, for example. That star crest I just rolled is for summoning.
So my goal right now is actually just to make...
Alright. The dice in the game are all generalized, which is not how it works in the video game. I like that as an idea. Mix in the deck building element. Get really... Alright.
Make my Vorse Raider. It's level 1, so I'm going to just take the level 1 dice. That's these red ones here.
Give
And
him a roll. See what you
Give
get.
them a roll.
All
I
right.
rolled- oh, awesome. Okay, so I got 2 shield crests and 2... I guess these are
Those are their
summoning
crests.
crests.
To be able to summon something, at least 2 out of the 3 dice that you roll during your turn have to land with the same type summon crest face up.
So I can
I like how
summon my Vorse.
they're weaving in the anime into the show, into into the video. Really cool.
Raider, and I also get 2 shields real quick. I'll just
And those get
slide
once you
my
move over, that stays there.
abacus. Is that what you call this? Slide my abacus over.
Yeah, but that's for math. This is the bank.
Yeah, so basically I now have 2 of these shields just sort of stored up. I'll be able to use these to defend myself from attacks.
But you can't store up those summoning crests, so you gotta use them right now.
Yeah, so since I have 2 summoning crests, I'm going to use them to summon my Vorse Raider to the field. So a couple of things to represent how we're going to do this. I get to pick one of these different sort of sets of dice layouts over here. It has to be connected to where my monster lord is. Because remember, our goals are to take out each other's monster lords. They're kind of like deck masters, I guess you could say.
Think of him as like the king in chess, but you have to hit him 3 times.
Oh, and by the way, where you see the star here is actually where the monster itself will be summoned. So I'm going to set mine up like this. And that means my Vorse Raider is placed right here under the star.
Remember in the show, the dice would open up and unfold? Well, they didn't want to make unfolding dice, so this is what we got.
So that's going to end my turn with Vorse Raider right here on the field.
So my turn begins. So I have Yugi's monsters, and what's funny about them is that they're all decently strong, but they're not low level. All I have is 2 level 3s and a level 2. So
yeah, it's odd. Kaiba gets a 1, 2, and a 3. Yugi gets 2 2s and a 3.
Very strange. So I'll start with these level 2 dice. All right, so I won't be...
Oh, so each player gets set monsters? Okay.
Summoning here, but I will stock some. We get 2 progress, 2 attack, and 1 magic.
Yeah, that's
These
actually pretty crazy.
Come in handy.
I love these dice though. They're so simple.
All right, but that's all I can do.
That's actually a really good roll though. So I already have Vorse Raider on the field.
But you
I'm
can't
able
reach
to,
my lord yet.
I can attack and then move, or move and then attack. But I have to start my turn with the dice roll, right?
Always. Plus, I mean, where are you gonna go?
Yeah. I want to summon my level 2s, so I think that these yellow dice are the level 3 summoners.
Mm-hmm.
The level 2 summoners are these blue ones.
Yes.
Looks like. Yeah. Okay. So, we'll roll these. All right, my rolls were
all
2, 2,
3
and 2. Okay.
Summoning. Okay.
So I can summon. Nothing else happens when I get extra ones, right?
There's a waste.
Great. I can at least summon my Knight of Twin Swords. We've only got 3 cards each, so this will probably be on a shorter end game.
Especially since now you're gonna have 2 monsters to my none.
I can now use another blue path, and I just have to connect it to my last one. So I'm gonna put mine like this.
All right.
And summon out Knight of the Twin Sword, again on this star section. So these 2 do each have different abilities that they can use. They're not going to be coming up right now. So Vorse Raider can attack without an attack crest, but it just has to use 3 of any other crest.
So you can use any crest to attack, essentially.
And it can also just add an additional 20 points of attack power, but that's only if it's attacking something from the Beast Tribe.
I don't think we have any cards.
We don't actually have any of here. Meanwhile, Knight of Twin Swords can move 2 squares for each progress counter spent instead of 1. And also, he can perform 2 attacks against 1 monster for every 2 attack crests spent, but I have to use an even number of attack crests all the time.
Ah, so a double attacker and a double mover.
This is here.
That is there.
And that's all the crests that I've accumulated. So, since I only have shield crest, I can't move. I guess I'll just end my turn.
All right, my turn. Back to trying to summon something.
Good luck.
There's no easy way in this life. Nope, we got 2 magic, 2 progress.
So when you do finally get to summon a monster, you're going to have a lot of resources.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay,
I'll summon something eventually, guys.
Okay, I didn't get enough. I got 1 progress counter.
And 1 attack.
Or 1 progress crest and an attack one. And we're going to use my progress.
Oh.
To move my twin sword forward 1 on the board.
Back at it again. We're gonna get somebody on board. We got
Okay.
3 2s, so I can summon my Gearfried.
So Alec finally does get to put a monster on the board.
Let's see, how do we want to do it?
So once again, he's got the red, paths? Dice path?
I would call it a path.
Yeah, and his first one has to just be touching the monster, where the monster lord is in some
so
way.
annoying to play
He can
in real
orient it
life.
how he
It
likes.
seems so much better as a digital game.
You did say that.
Say hello to my Gearfried. The Gearfried is an all defensive kind of monster. He does not have a lot of attack, but
Doesn't seem
he's
that
very
bad.
good on defense. That's actually all I'm going to do for now. I'll end my turn.
Go dice roll. That's what they said in the show,
That
right?
is what they say.
Go dice roll.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I can summon my 3, and
Like, maybe I do go the digital game route, but prototyping it's going to be so hard.
I get
Is it?
2
Two
traps.
I'd imagine it being so much easier on digital than physical.
No way. I can whip up a whole game. It'd probably take me a few hours. Dice, cards, board, everything. I'm an industrial designer, so it's kind of my forte. But like, I wouldn't know where to begin when it came to like coding the game at all. That would be like an entire learning curve I would have to do, and I plan on doing that eventually. But I figured iteratively prototyping the thing would be important, and I would be able to do that way faster than physical. Or in the board game design. Maybe there's that middle ground. I'll have a look at that after the video.
Traps. And now I can use my 2 level 3 summoning crests to move my Thunderball onto the field.
I got really lucky.
Pick your path.
Summoned here.
Ah!
And now it's in play. And Thunderball's got a special ability. I can actually use 3 magic crests to move straight forward until I hit an item or a character, or a monster, an item, and it'll automatically destroy it until it hits a dead end.
Yikes.
Now, I don't actually have any magic crests right now.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah, I suppose I'll just end my turn.
Let's see. We're going for 3s now. Yep. All right, we got 1 attack, 1 progress, and 2 traps. So I have crests to work with.
You do. You have a lot to move with.
I certainly do. However, Gearfried is a defensive kind of guy, so I won't actually do anything.
No, you don't even want to move him at all.
No, what am I worried about? You have no movement, you have no progress crest, and Thunderball Man can't use his effect yet. I'll just pass.
Yeah, if I get enough magic crests, though, that could change. So back to me. Which one does have the most?
I'm gonna bounce, man.
Is there a way
You gotta look around.
All right, have a good one, fam.
Enjoy.
Yep.
I guess I can examine the dice.
Yeah, each type of die is different as far as what crest they yield and how much of it that they yield. So since Paul has all of his monsters in play already, he can now just kind of pick whichever is more likely to give him what he needs.
Ah, so the green ones, this is for the level 4s. We don't actually have any level 4 monsters. But the green ones do give double magic.
Oh God, if you roll
I could
2.
actually get lucky here.
Oh no.
Get enough magic to use my Thunderball's special ability. Alright, I got 1 shield.
It's a defense crest.
1 trap. And 1 attack. So,
Okay.
it's kind of awesome. That's going to be my turn. I still haven't actually gotten much of any movement done in this game.
I'm gonna move my guy out the way as soon as I can.
I was wondering if you do that last turn, get him out of the way.
I forgot that those dice have the double magic.
The reason why I say that, guys, is because Thunderball's ability, just to remind you, lets him spend 3 magic crests to move straight forward and hit and destroy the first thing he comes in contact with, and it won't even be a battle.
Yes, we got a
Ooh.
summon.
So you get to summon a level 3.
Yes, I
which
do.
That's both of your guys, Strike Ninja and Buster Blader. See, so what looked like a good start for me might turn around pretty quickly now that Alec is not only able to summon cards, but also he has plenty of built-up crests to attack, defend, well, not really defend with, but use magic with.
Yeah, so the full field is from here to here. That's for like proper constructed games. I'm not sure how you have those in 2024, but
yeah, you go to your constructed Dungeon Dice Monsters tournament.
The basic game actually plays within this rectangle here.
Yeah, this
or is it a square?
One. It's a rectangle.
It's a rectangle. Yeah, it's a rectangle. Yeah. So it's just because we have fewer pieces to work with.
I think it is a square. I think it is a square.
I'm trying to think. How do I need to get rid of your guy. So I'm trying to figure out which piece gets me there efficiently so I can just get rid of him. Yeah. All right. Say hello to the Buster Blader.
Oh boy. Buster Blader, by the way, is super strong in this.
He's a very simple monster. He's not affected by dragons, but there are no dragons. But he does have 40 base attack, which is huge. And Paul's about to experience that. So I'm going to use 2 movement crests, or 2 progress crests, to move my Buster Blader. 1, 2, and now that he's adjacent with Thunderball, we can have a battle. So I have to use an attack crest, and I'm attacking your Thunderball with my 40 attack.
Okay, so Thunderball has 30 HP, and it's also got 10 defense.
You can spend a defense crest to use your defense against my offense, and you'll reduce how much hits your HP.
There's not really much point in me using my defense crest here, since Buster Blader's got 40 attack, and my monster has 30 HP. Even if I use its shield ability to reduce the damage down to 30, I'll still be destroyed. So I suppose that means...
Goodbye, Thunderball.
Thunderball is out of the game. We'll put his card face down just to signify that.
So a monster can only move once and attack once during the turn. I moved once and I attacked, so Buster Blader is done. Gearfried can still move. Gearfried will hold his position to protect my monster lord. And I'll end my turn.
Roll the greens. I got attack and 2 trap. Oh, darn. So that's cool because it sort of helps me build them up.
That just does. None of your guys have trap abilities.
Yeah, I don't actually have any trap abilities.
2 of mine do.
Either way, okay, I guess that means that's all that I can do this turn.
All right. Well, I still have 1 more monster to play, so I'm rolling these 3s.
Good luck.
Nope, but we did get 1 progress and 1 attack. So now I have 4 and 4. It would be in my best interest to take out your knight. I'll use 3 progress crests to move 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, geez.
And now I'll use my attack. And now Buster Blader's attacking your Twin Sword Knight. And I still have 40 attack.
Yeah, and I can't do anything about it. I could use a defense crest to get that damage down to 30, but I only have 30 HP. A bit of a oversight, I think, in this early thing.
Buster Blader having base 40 is insane.
Yeah, I feel like that sort of sucks. But, well, that means that my Knight of Twin Swords is destroyed. Out of play.
All right.
If I lose all my monsters, by the way, I'll just automatically lose. I think next turn I'm just going to probably lose because you have only 1 movement.
Yeah, I only have 1 movement left. So
if you get a movement next turn, that might just be it.
You will have to get rid of my Buster Blader.
Or die trying, anyway. Okay. Cool. So I still need movement if I want to do that at all.
Come on, progress crests. Oh, there they are.
I got 2 progress crests. A 4, which I can ignore because I can't summon anything with that. And a defense crest.
Which, with your creatures, is very useless.
Yeah, it doesn't do much for me. So, I have 20 attack on Boris Raider, which means I can't actually really, do a whole bunch. I can lower Buster Blader's HP, though. So, that could be, a thing. So, if you're beside me, though, when that's done, you'll just be able to attack, right?
On my turn, I will be able to attack. I will be able to attack.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. There's really not much I can do. Right? I mean, because, I can stay here and die, move and die, or, just attack you and deal some damage but still die.
Well, maybe the move is to avoid the Buster Blader entirely and go after my Monster Lord.
The thing is, I can't do that because like I only have 2 movement, so I could like move here and then here, but you'll still be able to get to me.
Only if I get a progress.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just use these 2 and go to those spots using my 2 movements. That's gonna be it.
All
just gotta
right.
pray you don't get a progress.
All right, Buster Blader. Finish him. I got 1
you got a
progress.
progress. Oh,
And I
no.
got 2 threes.
So you can actually summon Strike Ninja.
Because it still connects, so I can actually summon my Strike Ninja next to your Lord.
Oh man, that sucks.
So I can actually use 1 progress counter on my Strike Ninja, so because he can move 3 squares to your Monster Lord. And now I'll use an attack crest.
So your Monster Lord can take 3 attacks.
Yes,
Am I able to defend myself with Defense Crest from those?
you cannot. The Monster Lord has 0 defense, so you'll take 1 mandatory
Okay.
tick of damage.
We'll put it. I'll put it on him because, yeah. Okay. So he's taking 1. He can afford to take 3, and then I'll really be dead.
And now I'll use 1 progress to move my Buster Blader 1 step forward.
Okay. Now monsters can't attack diagonally, despite being like adjacent. So I'll just have to pray that I get movement and I can just kind of run away. Although that probably won't really work. We'll have to see. All right.
It all depends on the roll of the dice.
Gonna keep rolling these and pray for some movement. Oh, no movement. All right, I get 2 magic, an attack, and a trap crest, which I can't use.
I got 1 attack, 1 trap, and 1 defense. So 1 attack crest, 1 trap crest, not quest, and 1 defense crest. But I did not get any progress, so I actually will not be able to go after Vorse Raider.
Oh man, okay.
So I'll just spend 1 attack to hit your Monster Lord again with my Strike Ninja.
Okay. Well, anyways, back to me. Gonna just try to roll for some movement.
Like, I don't even know, like,
I don't think it's really gonna work, but we'll see.
because I only need 1 more hit. Oh.
Oh, well, that doesn't really do it for me. So I get my 2 magic. I can't really use them. I get an attack, but I can't use that either. So it's back to you.
Back to me. I'll roll because it's customary, but I have enough attack to finish this off. 2 progress and 2 traps, but we're just gonna spend the attack.
Yeah, so that's 3 on my
to
Monster
send
Lord.
your Monster Lord to the Shadow Realm.
Which means I do lose. Oh, very unfortunate.
Paul, I think we should play again and randomize the monsters.
2 optional monster selection methods. Place the monster cards face down, have each player take turns drawing 3 cards to select their monsters.
Do it, because I think that would be a bit more fair, because...
Now, what we could also even do is just like, when a monster is destroyed, you can still summon it back.
You know what?
I think that might make for a more like, so the game can kind of...
Things.
So whenever
I
you
think
summon
you
a
should be
monster
able to
back,
summon
you
to
can
one
just
of
summon
your
it back
stars,
to-
yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd
I'm
be
with
fun.
that.
Okay.
All
cool.
right,
All right,
rematch?
rematch, let's do it.
All right. All right, Paul. Take your pick.
I think this one.
I'll take this one.
I'll take this one.
I'll take this one.
And this.
And I'll get that. All right, what do we have?
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
got Gearfried, Knight of Twin Swords, and Buster Blader.
I won't lie, I do not feel comfortable losing Buster Blader.
Now I've got 2 2s and a 3.
So I've got Vorse Raider, Strike Ninja, and Thunderball. So I have 2 3s and a 1. All right, let's exchange our little guy pieces. So let's start with, I guess I'll get some guys in play. Let's work with the 1 dice. And so I do have the Vorse Raider now.
I think in this game, the 1 dice have the most summoning star sides.
They do. See, I already got 1 and 2 defense crests, which I don't think are gonna help me all that much.
Yeah, not loads.
All right, say hello to the Vorse Raider.
The Vorse Raider. Okay. You can't move, so it's to my turn.
Yep.
I gotta summon a level 2 or a level 3, so we're gonna use these blue dice that have some level 2s. Dice roll. Oh, I don't get to summon something, but I do get
Ooh,
4
4 progress.
progress crests. So that will come in handy when I do finally summon. Back to you, Duelist.
All right, so I don't have a 2, but I do have 3s. So we're rolling 3 dice. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow, all right, here we go. All right, Strike Ninja is in play. And that's it, because I didn't get any other crests.
Back to me, so I'm gonna have to try to get some 2s again. I do get a 2 and 2 attack crests. So,
Oh, he's about to get aggressive, y'all.
I can summon a level 2 monster. It's gonna be my Knight of Twin Swords. I'll also use this piece. Knight of Twin Swords is in play.
We're 1 square away from interacting.
I think I'm gonna end my turn there.
So we're still on 3s. Dice roll!
Not
2
bad.
progress and an attack. I'll take that.
All right, let's try to get a 3 out. Try to get this Buster Blader working for me now. Hopefully.
Oh
And
my
it works.
god!
I get a progress counter as well. So now I can summon Buster Blader out to the field.
Yes.
We're going right here.
Woo!
Buster Blader is in play.
This is so horrible.
Yeah, this is not great for you. I'll use 4
I can't
progress
believe
counters.
The 4 was enough.
1, 2, 3, 4. That puts Buster Blader right in front of you, and now I can use an attack crest. I'm calling them counters, crests, to attack you with 40.
I can't believe you did that.
Which is absolutely insane, and All right, back to you.
Okay. All right, we're still rolling 3s. My Monster Lord is now in danger. Oh, we got 3s.
You can summon out your Thunderball. Oh my god.
I could do that. The problem is I don't have any magic. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and do this.
And here comes Thunderball.
Just to get a Thunderball in play. All right.
Well, you are actually
is-
just able to move and attack.
This is actually somewhat exciting to watch. Really interesting how the board is evolving and changing. I think you could definitely add a whole lot more to it. It's very basic and it's missing a lot of elements, but the core gameplay loop is surprisingly entertaining. So I think there's stuff here. If you guys disagree, let me know. It's important we get as many opinions as possible.
I can move and attack, but I have a feeling I might need those crests. So this is a tough situation to be in. Yeah, we're gonna use the 2 progress crests. And we're gonna go after
No.
your twin sword guy. I can't take him out because I only have 10 attack.
So Thunderball's got 10 attacks. I guess that's to offset the really powerful auto-destroy ability it's got.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 10 attack. I've got Knight of Twin Swords. Has 30 HP. But I can also just use a defense crest that I don't have.
So you will have to lose that HP.
All right, so I'm going to lose 10 HP. So I'm just going to put the counter on him.
Yeah, back to you.
Back to me. Okay. All right. You ready, Duelist?
No.
I roll. We'll go back to rolling these level 2s. Dice roll. Oh, okay. Enough to make a 2 and 2 progress crests.
Yikes.
And say hello to Gearfried the Iron Knight. Where do I want to summon him? Well, pretty good. So I'm going to summon him right here. My blue is still touching another blue.
Interesting. Despite the fact that Gearfried is a mostly defensive monster.
I plan to use it for attacking because as long as I'm attacking your Monster Lord, any attack counts. So I'm going to use 2 of these to move Buster Blader right up to your Monster Lord and declare an attack with my 1 attacking crest.
Yeah.
That'll give you 1 damage counter.
I feel like I'm gonna have quite a few of these before it's all said and done.
All right, and now it's back to you.
All right, so I need to get my Vorse Raider back.
I suppose in theory I can't actually attack you with 2 monsters at a time unless I can actually find 2 routes to your Monster Lord.
Oh wait, he left his knight open.
That is true. I forgot I had a movement crest to do that, and my knight has taken 1.
Let's see.
I won't be able to attack you either. I should have actually probably tried to just attack the Thunderball, huh?
So Thunderball.
But I wanted to get damage on your Monster Lord.
I need magic counters, and The 4 dice have the most.
Yeah, the 4 dice get you a lot of magic counters. If you can somehow get 3, you can just auto-destroy me.
That's the goal. Go! Dice roll! Yes!
Oh, no, okay. So you get 2 magic and an attack.
Yeah. 4 magic.
So yeah, 4 magic and an attack. This is the double magic. Man, that sucks.
That was nearly a perfect roll. All right, so we're gonna spend 3 to use my Thunderball's effect. His special ability, I think, is the proper term. So it moves straight forward until it hits a monster or item and destroys it. It does not. If it does not move into a destroyed monster, it doesn't move into the monster's space. And if it hits a dead end, it just stops. Luckily, your monster's right there.
Yeah, so goodbye, Knight of the Twin Swords. Well, that also moves you closer, or
actually,
technically,
it doesn't move at all.
It doesn't move you, but you now have free reign to just get to my monster lord eventually.
So I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do about your Buster Blader attacking mine.
Well, I don't actually have any attack crests.
Oh
right
yeah.
Now. So
hopefully you don't get any.
Some.
So I'll end my turn there.
Okay, what gives me the most attack crests? Blues can potentially give me.
I hope you roll none.
So we're rolling. Go dice roll.
Oh my god.
4 movement.
Movement. Okay.
4 movement crests and 1 magic crest.
I'll take that. Your guys can't use magic.
I can't attack you this turn, so I end my turn. I can't leave this boundary, right?
Yeah, you can't go beyond the boundary.
Oh man.
A part of me was kind of glad you put that piece that way. I was like, yes, he's not going for a second angle.
It's only one of my monsters can attack you.
All right, we got 4 progress and 1 attack. That is a perfect roll.
That's a really good one.
All right, Thunderball. So we're going to spend 2 progress to move 2 spaces. And now we're going to send 1 attack right at your Monster Lord.
Okay, so that's 1 on my Monster Lord.
Now it's 1-1.
So yeah, we've both taken 1. The second game gets a little more exciting, huh?
So it's all about the strategy. Yeah, so I'm going to spend both my progress counters to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He has to spend the full amount, regardless how far I go. And I'm going to attack your Buster Blader.
Oh, I see what you're planning. Okay, so you're attacking with Strike Ninja.
Yes.
I don't have any defense crests.
And I have 20 attack.
Ooh, okay, so that's going to be 2 damage on my Buster Blader. Okay, so since I only have 30 HP, I won't be able to survive much more.
All right, but that's all I can do as far as movement and attacking go, so I'll end my turn.
All right, so I need to really get some attacks in, would be great. And I did get some attacks in. I also got enough 2s to re-summon out a monster.
Is that a 2? It is a 2. Yikes.
So 2 attacks, and I can bring Knight of Twin Swords back. Where do I want to put him? Let's put him.
Yikes!
Right here then. Yeah, back on this blue star.
Oh no, you pinned down my Thunderball.
Now it's time to get rid of some cards. You can perform 2 attacks against 1 monster for every 2 attack crests used.
So you could
but to
get
use
rid
this
of my
effect,
Thunderball.
I have to use an even amount. I could, but I gotta use my Buster Blader too. So Buster Blader is gonna use an attack crest.
Dang it.
And Buster Blader will just attack your Strike Ninja with 40.
Whew, golly. I can't defend that. He'll just go. I'm sorry, Strike Ninja.
We'll use another attack crest so that my Twin Swords can attack your Thunderball.
How much is your attack?
My attack is 20. It's going to either take 20 or 10 from you. You can use a defense crest to reduce that to 10, or you can take all 20.
I'm going to spend 1 defense crest to reduce your damage.
Okay, so now you'll just be taking 10. So just to kind of like assess the field right now, because it might be difficult to follow, both of our Monster Lords, which
have taken 1 out of their 3 life points.
Yes. And also right now, Buster Blader has taken 20 and he's only got 10 HP left.
Yes.
And also now Thunderball has taken 10, so he's got 20 HP left. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pass.
Okay. Okay, I really have to be smart about this.
Yeah, you can try to summon back a monster.
I can. The problem is one's a 1 and one's a 3. And I already know the 1 dice have no attacking crests.
Oh, they have
still
none?
want to attack. The 3 die, I does have an
Oh
attack.
yeah, the 1 dice are easier to use, but they don't have attacking crests.
Unless they're easier to summon with. It's crazy. How much HP does Buster Blader have left?
So Buster Blader's only got 10 HP left, and I don't actually have any defense.
All right, so I'm gonna invoke a rule, or I might be able to invoke a rule that bails me out here. I only need one. I just need 1 attack crest. Dang.
Okay, so you get a trap.
Oh, I am doomed.
Well, probably.
All right, so we get 2 progress, 2 magic, and a trap. Yeah, I have to pass.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised you didn't use Thunderball's ability.
What, does it take 3?
It takes 3.
I'm using Thunderball's ability.
Oh, you already ended your
No,
turn.
I'm using Thunderball's ability. I'm using it. No, you let me use it. You let me use it. Put the
Okay,
dice
you
down.
can use it. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, you can use its ability and
Yes.
just zoom forward. And...
Thunderball's gonna fly straight into your guy again.
Okay. You owe me one.
Now I have my turn.
You owe me one. Dice roll gets 2 progress
And a spell
and
or
a
a magic.
spell, but no attacking.
I guess if in modern Yu-Gi-Oh it would be spell. We don't say magic in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
Thankfully for you, I can't attack.
Woo! I'm also out of attack crest.
Yeah, I can't really even move. All right, back to you.
All right, we're gonna switch over to the level 3 die with the hope of summoning back my Strike Ninja. We did not, but we did get an attack crest and 2 traps. So I could attack your Monster Lord with my Thunderball.
You could.
But did you know the Monster Lord itself has attack points?
It does.
I'm going to spend my attack crest to have my Monster Lord attack your Buster Blader and finish him off.
Oh no, that's so annoying. I was considering moving him away too.
Yeah,
Darn. Okay.
Got on him. Yeah.
Okay, so Buster Blader's gone. Well played.
All right, but that's actually
I
all
totally
I can
forgot about
really
that.
do, so I'll pass there.
Okay, so now I'm gonna try to maybe summon him back. We'll use the 3s. Dice roll. Just 2 attacks.
And a trap.
And
Oh,
2
two
traps. 2 trap crests. Okay, well,
You gonna do anything with that gear freed? You got all that movement.
we're gonna go ahead and use 3 movements. 3 movement crests. 2, 1, 2, 3. And then an attack crest on your Monster Lord.
Oh no.
So now it's down to it can only take 1 more attack. All right, back to you, Duelist.
All right, here we are again. So this is the crazy play.
Yeah.
I roll 4 spell crests and shoot my Thunderball directly at your gear freed.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Like,
But good luck trying, Duelist.
the only die that can do that is the 4-star die, which means I'd be giving up an attack. Well, I guess I could potentially attack, but I would be giving up my chance to summon something.
No, the live table is
I gotta
so
risk
sick,
it all.
Francesco.
Where do I go for a 1?
Oh, to summon back Vorse Raider?
Yeah, but Vorse Raider won't be able to kill the Gear Freed fast enough. Maybe there isn't. You know what? Hail Mary.
Okay.
It worked once. All right, Thunderball. Do you love me?
Oh.
He does!
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
We get 4 spell crests.
4
and
spell
1
crests
defense.
and a defense.
And we're going to spend 3 of those right now.
For Thunderball's special ability.
He will roll all the way into your Gear Freed and destroy him.
Jeez, man. I almost had this game won.
Woo!
Okay, well,
Thunderball bailed me out.
back to me then, Duelist.
Yes.
Back to me. I have to find a way to summon back one of my cards or 2 level 2s and a level 3. Oh, darn. Okay, back to you, Duelist.
All right, I need to get my guys back too. So let's first try and get this Vorse Raider going. So we need some 1s. And we got the Vorse Raider and a progress. That's cool. I'm gonna use all 3 of my progress for Vorse Raider. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and I can't spawn there now.
Take away that spawn point, and I'll end my turn.
And I gotta still pray to get a summon. Go dice roll. Oh, darn.
It's a lot of attack triggers.
4 attacks. That's it, though. Back to you.
All right. Oh, yeah, I gotta make sure I flip the Force Raider card. Make sure they build back my board. You got 2 progress and an attack. So I'm gonna use 1 progress on Force Raider to move 1 forward. Force Raider can actually use an attack crest to attack, but instead I can pay 3
of
any core, of any crest. So I'm gonna use all these trap crests because they never come in handy.
Oh, and that can let you attack.
To deliver 10 to your
Oh man, I can't take any more of that. If I can get a monster out, I can probably attack you. I gotta get it out. If I don't get one, I'm done for.
He's got one.
Yes, I got one.
And I got 1 spell or magic.
Spell. Okay. So, welcome back.
Oh no, wait. Which one? Okay, yeah.
The Knight of Twin Swords.
I saw you get him for Buster Blade. I'm like, no.
Actually, wait, I can move him here. Voice Raider's got 10 HP?
Yep, 10 HP and 10 defense.
Well, in that case, let's use an attack.
Yeah, even if I defend, he'll still just go down. Boy, in this game, the defense is not useful.
Yeah, maybe there's some better defensive cards among the collectibles. Okay, that saves my Monster Lord. We're back in this. This is actually getting more intense than I thought.
I'm not happy.
Next, 1, 2, 3, 4.
See, I was hoping you'd leave him in that lane. I was like, Thunderball will fly right in there.
Yeah, so now your Thunderball can't go forward right at him.
Do I try to make my Voice Raider again and just like threaten game? But if I miss roll, I'll be very salty.
It all comes down to this.
It is about the luck of the dice, huh? Come on! Dice roll!
Oh no, you get to summon him.
Dimension the dice! Welcome back, Voice Raider.
Thankfully, though, you only have 1 progress.
I do only have 1 progress, which is a problem. How many progress do you have?
I have 2 progress, which will let me move 4 spaces.
Oh my gosh, no matter where I go, he can reach me. He can get me wherever I go. How many attack crests is that?
5.
Golly! So Thunderball is just doomed.
So someone's going next turn.
All right, I'll end my turn.
Okay, Duelist. Well, we're gonna agree and try to get the Buster Blader back on the board. Oh.
Hey, that counts. That's dice.
Dice roll. 2 progress.
And 2 traps.
2 traps. Ugh, traps aren't useful unless I'm using them for my Gear Freeze ability. It can do anything. Okay, so use 2 progress. I can move up to 4. 1, 2, 3. And now we get to attack you with... Do you have any defense? You have 2 defenses.
I do have defense to use.
He's got 20 HP.
20 HP, but you do 20 in 1 attack.
I do 20 in 1 attack, but if he uses 1 defense, then
I will survive.
He'll survive.
I mean, you have the attack to pay.
Okay. I'm going to use 2 of my attack counters.
So now he attacks twice, and there's pretty much nothing I can do about that. Goodbye.
Say goodbye to your Thunderball. Back to you, Duelist. We are really, it's both of our Monster Lords. We basically, both our commanders or whatever deck masters have taken 2 each. So whoever gets in this next hit.
The next hit ends it. So the question is, can I get enough progress to like get there?
Cool.
Go! Dice roll! Yes!
Oh no.
Dimension the dice. Say hello to Strike Ninja. Oh wait, I have no progress!
You do have no progress. You can't move this turn.
Oh, I should have put him over here then.
Back to me.
Oh no. Well, that's just game, right?
Alright, I get 1 attack, 1 movement.
You got what you needed. Ugh.
I'm going to use my movement. I only have to use 1, and I can move 2 forward. And now, use my attack and take out your Monster Lord.
Which which I guess would be nothing.
Boom! Yeah, it'd be like knocked down. I win!
Good game.
Good game, duelist.
Not bad at all. Alright, I want to quickly Google, before we wrap this up, because I'm getting really tired now, I want to quickly Google board game maker. No, not board game maker. Board game digital test board games digitally. I know there's a game you can play it. How to use tabletop simulator YouTube. Have a brief look at this.
Hi everybody, Gary Chavez here. That's the gray. I can watch, but I can't really manipulate anything. I can also be the black, which is the GM team. So what that allows you to do, rotate up and down. And if you want to go back to the original view that you had, just press the space bar and go back there.
These are really
Hello,
long
everybody.
videos. I'm trying to think
You
if
can have a look
I...
at the rulebook.
Holy crap.
Okay, I can't actually read it. I think it's space from memory. There we go. There's the rulebook, which I helped edit, actually. It's not all about me. There we go. Maybe we can just... Yeah, I think this game has been so heavily scripted, I can't really just move things for the... Oh, there we go. I can move a miniature here. I can zoom in. Yeah, there we go. I'm sure there's some sort of... Oops, no. Some sort of shortcut for zooming the camera around. I can't remember what it is. Oh, hello. There we go. Etc. etc. You get the idea. This game has been heavily scripted. There's other examples which we could look into. Let's just get out of here.
I did not know it could do all
lighter,
that.
maybe.
The question is, do I start learning things like Game Maker and Unity and start trying to prototype it, which is a more useful skill set? Or do I start prototyping a physical product? Or do I start with Board Game Simulator, which is kind of a hybrid in between the middle? I have no idea. Although I would really love to learn a Blender tutorial soon, so I might do that first. And then go into something like a Game Maker Studio and start learning that side of things. It's important I start to learn these things. The more I think about what my game's going to look like, the more I think it might not work as a physical game. But the next thing we're going to do, what we're going to do on next episode of my devlog, is we're going to go through and we're going to create the draft one of the core gameplay loop. Some sort of combination with deck building, dice monsters, and in between. It didn't look that... In the game that I remember on the Game Boy, one of the more fun aspects was that each dice was the monster. So if you had a dice and it had certain things on all the faces, and that was, let's say that's like an atlas from Alluvia, right? And you played that dice and it opened up, you don't have that dice anymore to play with other things or in other way. That is your atlas, and you have to play it that way. And I think that would be... I think that's one of the more interesting and unique aspects of the entire game for me. And it's starting to seem like even if I did do that in board game form, I don't think it's going to work. The die would be really big. There would be probably too many of them. I really like the way they did it in the board game version as well. I think there's definitely a path there. But as I go through and I start designing this gameplay loop, the rules and things on the next episode, I think I will get a better understanding of, will this work as a board game? If that's no, then we're going to start prototyping it digitally. And I've got to start learning that. And I think that'll be really fun. I really look forward to that. But it's not for the faint heart. So it should be really interesting. Anyways, that's all the energy I've got for today. I need to get to bed. I'm exhausted. Have a good one, guys.